Square Enix newly appointed CEO Takashi Kiryu unveiled that his new plans were to steer the company towards, I quote, or he quotes, I was doing air quotes, a focused approach in their game development. Takashi's been around for a minute, dating back all the way to them early 2000s, and has a history of holding some key positions within the company. So if you ask it if he's a stranger, no, he ain't no stranger to the inner workings of Square Enix. Dude's been around since the Hinabaru Sakagachi days. What's gotten everyone in the uproar, though, is his new proposed strategy that's kind of like the opposite of how things were after the merger. Takashi feels that Square Enix has been porting too many titles. I mean, I get what he means. There is a lot of Square Enix titles that's been around in the last year and some change, but personally, I don't feel that it's a too many title situation. For me, it feels more like there's too many games dropping around the same time situation. During the last 6-month time span in late 2022-ish, there was like 6 titles that dropped. Valkyrie Profile, Elysium, Dio Field, Harvestella, Forspoken, Star Ocean 6, Dragon Quest Treasures, and I feel like I'm forgetting something. Tactics Ogre Reborn, Crisis Core Final Fantasy VII The Reunion, Octopath 2, and wait, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 games, and here I said it was only 6 games, and 4 games dropped in the month of September, so it's not a too much probably games in my opinion. It's more of a too many drops around the same time problem. Money aside too, by the way, money aside, yeah, right. Money aside though, it's not so much about how much the games are. I mean, most of us buying the games, we adults, so it's more of a when the hell am I gonna have the time to drop 40 hours on this new journey or this new quest kind of thing. Takashi recently sat down for a Q&A session with some of the shareholders not too long ago that involved streamlining and talking about Square Enix's new game lineup. By producing fewer overall games, he said, he feels the company will allow itself to accumulate more time and resources that will ensure that a lot of games will reach their full potential. Takashi also said that he acknowledges that this could be a pitfall with his new approach, citing a splintering of resources and lack of focus on key titles is the reason that he wanted to go this direction. My issue with this whole tactic is, well, what happens to the mid-tier titles? Yeah, the mid-tier, but many of those games actually turn out to be like gems. Seriously, like some people would consider Valkyrie Profile that dropped on PlayStation 1 a mid-tier title, which, hell, you ain't played the game. Some people consider it though, but what happens to titles like that? And if they only hone down and focus on certain big ones, let's say like the Final Fantasies, then what happens to the other Niers and Star Oceans of the world? And speaking of what happens to the other Enix games, since the merger minus Dragon Quest, all the Enix games are treated like the bad little evil stepchild, and they block it in a corner and we never see it again. There wasn't even any Enix characters featured in the Kingdom Hearts. Oh, never mind, that's right. Kingdom Hearts belongs to Disney. The archives of IPs that Square Enix has both on the Enix and on the Squaresoft side, they could port or remaster, I think, like when the big title is out, just that's when you toss in a port or indie. I mean, and not every game they do has to be an HD 2D, because, word on the web is that HD2D slurps up resources and manpower. Also, Chrono Trigger does not need the treatment, that HD2D treatment. Let's give it a Trials of Mana or Kakarot treatment if we do get some kind of remaster or remake, please. But this has been your man Q, aka The Geek. If you did like this video, do me a favor and hit that like button. It really helps out the channel a lot. And if you feel so inclined and you like the content that you're seeing, make sure to hit that subscribe button to stay up to date on all things RPGs and all things geek. Peace.